a commercial point of view, in terms of attendances, TV audiences and those kind of things, I think we're in good shape. They're all growing, the main metrics are growing. Hospitality is going well after falling back in 2009. So lots of very good things going on. We do have some issues to address, particularly in terms of the contribution we get from the betting industry into prize money, which is governed by legislation called the levy, and there's some work to be done there, and we're working with the government and the bookmakers to do that. But from a commercial point of view, I'd say we're a sport on the up. Yeah, I mean, part of what we've been doing with projects like Racing for Change and the KIPCO British Champions Series have been to make us more appealing, to the audience, both the racing audience and the rider sports audience, and inevitably that makes it more attractive for commercial partners. And so you've seen companies like KIPCO, Qatari investment company, come in to support our biggest ever race day this weekend at Ascot. But you've also got companies like Jaguar coming in, the first ever commercial partner of the Jockey Club we've seen this year, and I expect those relationships to grow next year as well. There are always changes to the rules on an ongoing basis. There's been a big review of use of the whip. They are air cushioned whips, so then they don't do damage, but from a perception point of view, people don't like it if they use the whip too much. And so they brought in some restrictions and some fines. They did that about a week ago. There's been some issues with it, I would say, over the last week. And today we're just waiting to hear about results of talks between the BHA and the horsemen, which I'm confident will resolve it. It's worked fantastically well. We had 5 absolutely fantastic championship races. We're very lucky with the weather, and we had some really, really good horses. Probably most importantly, the wonder horse, as they called him, Frankel, unbeaten now in 9 races, rated the best horse in the world, and will be back, I'm sure, racing on some of the championship races next year. Well, Racing for Change had a number of different streams. It was supported by all racing stakeholders, which is broadly racecourses and horsemen, as well as the governing body, British Horse Racing Authority. That launched about 2 years ago. It's had a number of streams. One obviously culminated in the British Champions Day and British Champions Series that we've just had. But we've also had looking at the race day experience, making it a bit more approachable for people who perhaps don't know the ins and outs of racing, because racing is quite complicated and we can sometimes make it quite hard for people to understand. So making it easier on the race course, making it easier working with betting companies, which is an important part of our business, getting our communications and PR sorted out from a central point of view. All of those are really important, and it seems to be working. Attendances this year are up on average just under 4%, and for the big meetings, which are covered by the British Champions Series, 7%, and TV audiences, particularly for the championship days, are up over 30%. Yes, I mean, Betfred bought the tote from the government. The government had to nationalise it to sell it, and our involvement was really to make sure that racing got the best deal out of it, because the tote was set up for the good of racing. And as a result of the deal and the discussions that we had about the various options, there'll be about £90 million of the sales proceeds will be coming into racing over the next few years. There will still be a commercial relationship between the tote and the race courses, which is the main area of business, and we're in discussions with Betfred at the moment. Those are going reasonably well, and the aim is to have deals in place when the current deals expire at the end of March next year, and I'm optimistic that we'll achieve that.